true colors have grown.
What is going on, guys? We are back for another DSP video, and this week he loses his mind and crashes out over Asmongold. He's gonna crash out when people call him poor. And of course, he's gonna suck in video games yet again. And we start on Sunday, and apparently there's a huge thing about people charge back in gifted memberships. So apparently what they've been doing is gifting all these memberships, going to their credit card company and saying, I did not authorize this. And apparently what happens is YouTube has non-refundable fees. And this one person lost around $400 after 250 memberships were refunded. An article goes on to say YouTube's policies do not shield creators from these disputes, and the creators are responsible for those fees. But remember, DSP said you can't charge them back on YouTube. And of course, anything that DSP doesn't like and doesn't make him money, he has to dance on the grave every time it dies. And Funko is the latest thing for him to dance on their grave, as they say they're going out of business. And he puts this on Twitter, Funko is finally going out of business. Oh well, at least we still have Cabbage Patch Kids, Troll Dolls, Pogs, Tickle Me Elmo, and fidget spinners. Remember too, same guy who couldn't figure out how fidget spinners work. And ladies and gentlemen, we almost had May 1st Part 2, as DSP left his mic on. Oh man. And the very first thing he does is brag and say that how his interview of Wings, and he also said this about Keem as well, was groundbreaking. This guy thinks he broke the internet by interviewing Wings of Redemption. But not only that, he wants to interview Wings again. And he even said he wants to talk to Wings about both of them being kicked off of Twitch. And he wants to ask him, what happened there? We've been through this a million times, Phil. Hateful slurs. And of course, Wings of Redemption is the latest person DSP is using to monetize. And it's quite funny too. He said he wants Wings around Christmas and Thanksgiving. What a great way to monetize someone for the holidays, dude. And you could also tell, DSP is trying to be Keemstar now, trying to lock down Wings so he doesn't go back to LOLCOW Live. Then goes on to say that he's never watched LOLCOW Live except when people send it to him to watch. So you don't watch it, but you watch it when people send it to you. Make that make sense. Again, going on a rant about Subway, and their foot-long cookie is rubber and chemicals. And not only is he gonna monetize Wings by having to interview with him, and don't get me wrong, Wings is a piece of shit, but he also wants to monetize him by doing DSP Tries It with Wings and testing food together. I wonder if he'll be really scummy and say, guys, since there's two of us, it won't be $1,500 now, it'll be $3,000. Let's go, give me the money now. And yet again, DSP's stream got age restricted by YouTube. Maybe it's because his face looks like a pussy. And whenever someone accuses you of making up tips, of faking tips to hit the goal, one thing you should not do that DSP does here is yet again he says he could be making up tips, he could be faking the goal, you never know, you don't know what he actually makes. And even at one point says, you don't even know the real amount that people give to me, when he was talking about tips, which means someone could give him $1 and he could say it's $100. Then a very weird thing, he said his gaming PC, remember, his gaming PC, he bought last year. But up till now, he's always said that it was donated by a fan. Again, I always tell you this, give DSP enough time, and DSP will tell on DSP. And what is the very first thing he does on the stream? That is right. Kick, where's the money? What's going on? Give me money now.
We put it under top subs because that was the resell. Again, can we get some Kick support this morning? Can we get our first sub of the week? Can we get our first Kicks of the week? Or is it going to be another day where Kick doesn't support and then wonders why they don't get features that they're demanding? Optional features. They already demanded it again this morning. People were like, well, can we have messages? No. No, you can't have anything. You have to act civilized, you have to support the content, and then you get stuff. Okay.
Now tell me how this makes sense. DSP is drinking a coffee to cool off because it's too hot in his room. What a scumbag alien he is. And now DSP is gonna be asked, when you get memberships, why do you take YouTube's cut off, but you don't do it for super chats and other things? And DSP is gonna say, oh, they take different amounts off. No, Phil. No matter what it is, you convert it, and YouTube takes a flat 30% off. It's not that hard. But of course, in DSP's land, he's always right, and he's never wrong, dude.
Shinkin25 tipped $1 and says, why do you subtract support from when you get memberships but not super chats because YouTube keeps a third? Because it's impossible to figure it out. It's literally impossible to figure out exactly how much of each super chat contribution you're getting or not getting. You don't even know until a couple days pass. After like 2-3 days, YouTube analytics will update and you'll finally see what you actually made on any given stream. I know you say, oh, it's a third. It's not. It's actually this weird variable rate dependent on these exchange. Like, for example, Kane just did a super chat, New Zealand. I have no clue how much of that YouTube keeps because they keep different amounts for different currencies too. It's weird what they do. And there's just no way to know. So you're right. I do. Essentially, I am overestimating the amount of income that I make on YouTube because I don't actually know what cut they take. Okay? For memberships, it's easy. I know. I have a $4 membership. I keep $3 out of each membership. I know that for a fact. For a super membership, which is $10, I keep 7. And for the $20 membership, I think I keep 15. So I kind of know the cuts. I know off the top of my head the memberships. It's almost impossible to figure out super chats, so there's no point. I'm not going to sit here with a fucking calculator like I'm an accountant and, we're estimate. The truth is everything's estimates anyway, and all these idiots, like I heard there's these people who are tracking every single piece of income that I receive. They literally count every sub, every kick, every super chat, every tip, every membership. They try to estimate my KCIP revenue. They try to figure out exactly the money I make. Wrong. You'll literally never know what I make because you have absolutely no clue what real amounts I keep or don't. You don't know the taxes I pay. You don't know anything. Okay, you just don't. Every single tip that I receive, you have no actual visual confirmation that any of the tips are real or fake or whatever. So literally every tip I've ever said I made, I might have never received. Or I may actually be getting way more than I'm saying. Like sometimes I might say I made $1 tip and I actually got 10. How would you know? You wouldn't. Because you're an idiot and you're just trying to get into someone else's business that there's no way you could ever track it or know what the fuck you're talking about. So it's just so funny to me. You get these crazy people. Well, why isn't he counting this like this, but this like that? No one cares. Even I don't care. It's not that serious. I'm just trying to give credit to people for their contributions or whatever. I'll try to be positive and be like, hey, let's do a shout out for someone or whatever. It doesn't actually matter if someone gave $10 and I received 7 or 8. Does it matter? It doesn't. It really doesn't. Only these weird obsessive people we care about that kind of shit. It's just bizarre behavior.
And another dent comes back. No Sleep Real Vibes, who also said he hates his life, he just wants to end it all, but he feels really good when he comes to DSP's chat. What a dent, what a loser. And man, look at that. Almost 2 decades and 157 people watching. And most of those are sock accounts and bots. Just amazing. Then he starts the Outer World 2, and the very first thing he says is a scat joke about shitting himself. What a sick bastard. Then we have this. Argentina member bomb. Imagine mounting Fat Cat's 1,000-pound gunt. And he was getting lost, no yellow paint. All of a sudden turns to a chat. What do I do? Where do I go? Tell me what to do. Same stream, every single game. Then apparently his alarm went off, and he had to run out and take care of it, and reset it. But H-Bomb points out, if Cat's home, why couldn't she do it? Why did DSP have to leave the stream to reset the alarm? And then in the game, he lands on a planet. First 2 people he see are black, and he says, what is this, a planet of black people? Then also asks, if they're black and they're in space, are they actually considered black? Then we have more gifted memberships from Argentina. Panda Lee was 17. And then in the night stream, he's calling Kick viewers shitbags for not giving him money and not supporting. And this happened at the end of the Outer Worlds 2. where 220 says, I spent a lot of money on Friday, and you treated us really bad. That's all he said, and DSP's gonna go on a rant about how 220 and says, oh, he said he's not gonna support Phil anymore, blah blah blah, makes everything up in his head like he does to every single message. He interprets what the message says in his head and spews out something completely different.
Very much. I would love feedback. Leave comments on the videos. Let me know what you think. Like the videos if you enjoyed them for engagement. That helps the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you're interested in seeing more content, because I'm at least going to do another stream of it. We figure out if it's something we want to keep permanently in the rotation or not. All right, but thank you guys. Great stream of Outer Worlds 2. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Okay. All right. So, I hope that you guys enjoyed the stream, and thanks to those again who supported. And what I mean by that is, basically everyone but the Kick viewers, because there was zero support on Kick today. Zero. I mean it. And I'd say it. 220, the guy whose name is a detractor meme, comes in and says, oh, I'm not going to support Phil anymore because of the way that he's talking to Kick Chat. Fuck you. Fuck you. You fucking piece of shit to come in my chat and try to derail when I have a premiere stream. And I say to you, what I was talking about on Friday night had nothing to do with you. You weren't even here. I was talking to the trolls in chat. He does it on purpose. His name is 220 for a reason. You know it's fucking the same fucking guy. You know it's Iron Chef Sakai. So, fuck you. All right? If that's your issue, don't fucking come back. We don't need time for your bullshit, okay? Seriously, what a fucking piece of shit. He comes in and he has to fucking say that. I literally tell him to his face, this has nothing to do with you. This is to do with the people who are here trolling on Friday night. And then he comes in while I'm playing this game trying to distract me. So, oh, I'm never going to support Philly again. No, you're right, you're not. Because if I see you, you're banned on fucking sight. You fucking dunce. Anyway. No one on Kick supported the stream at all today. Zero. Will this continue? Because the thing is, I like co-streaming. And some of the Kick people have been nice and have been supportive. You know, notably, your future stepdad is someone. And there's people who come by from time to time. They're not on every stream, but every once in a while, they come and they support on Kick. And I appreciate that. All right? But I just don't get what has changed, because literally nothing has changed at all. Except now people, I think they're going to turn my Kick Chat into a troll meme place. You're not. I'm just going to continue to ban all your sock accounts and laugh at you. Okay? So, hopefully, we will actually get some support on the late stream tonight. The late stream tonight is going to be, more Tormented Souls 2. Continuing on with survival horror, alright? By the way, if you're wondering why is this doing this, because the frame reset. Because, the wireless went downstairs. Actually, let me see if I can fix that now. There we go. Cool. Okay. So, yes, I certainly hope that this is some new bullshit, detractor bullshit. We think, oh yes, let's derail. Phil's every stream on Kick, so he doesn't get any positivity there. Because to be honest, it has been good. Like, seriously, it has been good on Kick. And then all of a sudden, people started treating me like shit on Kick. Talking shit, being dicks, demanding fucking things, which I gave, and then they treated me like shit again. Like, I gave them extra features, and then they decided for 3 days they weren't going to support my content. So I turned the features back off, and I was like, oh, you treat us like shit. No, you guys are shitbags. You guys are entitled, whiny, constantly spamming in the chat, acting like shitbags. And you wanted to reel my content, and I don't allow it on the YouTube chat either, and everyone knows that. So I've been very lenient with the moderation on Kick on purpose, because I wanted to have kind of two different kinds of element, but that went hand in hand with people actually supporting the streams. So now we've literally had an entire stream where I got zero support from Kick, not a sub, no kick. I take it back because Buckwell dropped like 10 kicks, right? But not even 100 kicks, not even a single sub. Seriously. On a new week, too. So let's see if it turns around tonight. Maybe we'll get some support tonight for Tormented Souls 2. Like I said, your future stepdad still supports. And there's a few people who come by from time to time and do support. But I'm not going to take this bullshit. This fucking 220 dick comes by. He thinks because he dumped subs on Friday that now he can come and be toxic in the chat. Because we know it's ICS, right? Like at this point, The guy's name is 220. He acts like a dick just like ICS, so we know it's fucking him. Alright, so I'm just gonna ban him on site when he comes back. And, not gonna have him derail my shit. Alright? Okay. Alright, 672. If you think I'm out of control, you were not here Friday night. You're just a fucking idiot. You haven't been around ever. And I'm gonna combine it and try to criticize. You weren't here. You didn't see how they literally tried to derail all of my streams for last week, being dicks, being toxic, being trolling, because they're doing it on purpose. And you come in, you think that you know what you're talking about. When you don't, this makes you look stupid. Okay. And by the way, let's see here. What happened? We do Outer World Suit tonight? Oh, no. I'm not. Like I said, unless there's a good reason to, I'm never going to be just doing one game all day. Seriously, I'm not. Because people seem to get tired of it. They get, like, you know, it's oversaturation of the same thing. You know, we'll play it again in a couple of days. Okay. So, tonight, Tormented Souls 2. Between 7 and 7:30 p.m., we'll have 2 hours of survival horror tonight. I hope you guys will come back. Hang on, I gotta update this, by the way. I gotta get rid of Ninja Gaiden, and I see if I can get Outer Worlds 2 into that rotation there, because I'm not playing Ninja Gaiden anymore. So, hopefully you'll come back tonight for that. If not, tomorrow it is a chill Pokemon stream, and, American Truck Sim, okay? Fan favorite stuff tomorrow, alright? Alright, but I hope you'll be back for Tormented Souls 2 tonight if you can make it, everyone. And hopefully we'll actually get some positivity and support and not just trolling from Kick Chat. Okay? Alright, thank you guys. Have a good break. I will see you all tonight.
And look at the Kick leaderboard at the very top here. Top gifters for the month, 220. That's the guy he was very negative about, who says is Iron Chef Sakai. However, on the night stream, guess who came back? Guess who was not banned? It was 220, and he was dropping subs. All of a sudden, DSP likes him. He's joking with him. It's all good now that he's giving him money, dude.
All right, 220, no hard feelings then. Sounds good to me. I don't want to make the stream into drama tonight. I just want to enjoy survival horror, so it sounds good to me. 220 has gifted a sub. Thank you, 220, for the gifted sub. 20, thank you for 2 more subs. I appreciate that, 220. There's 2 more subs. Another gifted sub from 220. Thank you, 220. Thank you to 220 for another gifted sub. That's 5 tonight. All right, 220 with another gifted sub. That now makes 220 the top sub gifter of the night. 220 again with another sub. Thank you, 220. Ladies and gentlemen, 220 has gifted an 8th sub tonight. 8 subs.
And guess what, guys? As soon as the money started coming in, he gave in and enabled moral support. Amazing what Phil will do for money. And he played Tormented Souls 2, and there's a boss fight where you have to load up a harpoon cannon to hit the boss. And DSP doesn't load up the harpoon in the cannon, hits the panel to shoot the harpoon. The screen says the harpoon is not loaded. And what does DSP say? What? It missed? Remember, guys, he does not need glasses. And the king of retro, the guy who says he loves classic survival horror, is angry because the game is changing camera angles. He doesn't know where he's going, where he is. He's lost. Then someone suggested that DSP go on Wing's show and have an interview and interact. And he said, no, I can't go on Wing's stream because he doesn't have a podcast. That is right. One way, business relationship, and that's DSP's way. And now we get the Monday. And the very first thing we see is Broside Phil tagged in a post. Turns out our boy is breaking TOS when he restarts the stream to bypass age restriction. How long till he gets caught / reported? So if you don't know what this means, DSP has been getting age restricted all the time on his streams. And his workaround is to shut that stream down and start up a new one. Now take this with a grain of salt because it's AI. YouTube has a strict policy against circumvention. The platform considers a violation to use another channel or restart a stream on the same channel to bypass a temporary or permanent restriction, including those for live streaming or specific content flags. Consequences of attempting to circumvent restrictions can be severe and include the removal of the new stream/content, additional penalties on the original channel, termination of all associated YouTube channels, existing and new ones. And then it says if a streamer believes their content was wrongly flagged, that they should appeal it and not bypass the system. And DSP, once again drunk, it's Monday and he says on Tuesday there's no podcast. What a drunken idiot. And he had technical issues, so he was late yet again. But he says because of desyncing. It wasn't his audio on the stream. It was because of that electronic board behind him that shows all the pictures and moves and changes. That was out of sync, so he had to resync it up. He wasted everyone's time just for that. And then he started talking about Elder Scrolls 6, and he thinks they're not working on it because all the resources are going into Elder Scrolls Online. And Poems Past points out, Elder Scrolls Online is not made by Bethesda, it's only published by them. And then he was talking about getting a new chair, and someone just pushed back, just get like a seat or a love seat or a couch or something like that. And he said, I can't make content without a chair, idiot. And then DSP revealed his air purifier has been running on high for months and it might be breaking. And it also stinks and it's shaking now. This is what happens when you leave your electronics or your items like an air purifier or a fan on 24/7. He does the same thing with his computers. And is this history repeating itself? DSP now wants to do DSP tries it on the SpongeBob Krabby Patty Whopper meal from Burger King. Do you guys remember how he scammed the people out of the Wendy's Krabby Patty meal? We'll see if history repeats itself. And then Jade begging like the new DERICH. DSP Gaming, if someone tipped 20, can I name Pokemon? Just ask, it cool? And now, he is freaking out about money not coming in from Kick. And he says it's now okay if Kick Chat makes fun of him or hates him in the chat. He is desperately trying to get people to stay and support on Kick. Then we have Doobie here. I'm starting to believe that DSP really does suffer from Bell's palsy. Same thing Jim Ross had. If you see the picture on the left and the picture on the right, it's pretty much the same. And then he kept getting error messages because he refuses to update his drivers and his BIOS. And he keeps saying, this is annoying, I hope this stops. Well, it can stop if you update your stuff, DSP. And you can tell, he is so drunk all the time, he doesn't remember anything. He says he hasn't had Popeyes in 5 or 6 years. And I pointed out, he had multiple times last year, on stream, plus on his day off. And someone points out right here, September 27th, 2025, DSP tries it, Popeyes.
The boneless wings are great. They're very full of flavor. The chicken itself has great flavor. It's juicy. The breading itself is delicious. Okay? So, yeah. The fact that they're wireless, the boneless wings have good flavor.
He also goes on to say that the juice and the meat of fried chicken needs to be flavored or it's not good. And now DSP is going to say the biggest lie of all time. He's going to say he loses money on DSP Tries It. He doesn't make any money. It's a bonus reward for you for supporting him. Even though he charges $1,500 to eat like a $20 meal, he somehow loses money on it. Make that make sense.
No, I don't want to go to the worst. No, I don't want to go to the worst rated restaurant in my area as DSP Tries It calls that because I want to eat good food. Like, it's bad enough when I go to places and the food's bad. That's my meal. Like, here's the difference between me doing DSP Tries It and any other creator doing these taste tests. They're literally just doing their video for content. Like, that's their content. They make money on that video. They probably get thousands of views. They make tons of money on it. That's their business. DSP Tries It is the bonus I give you for supporting me. It's not a part of my business. Like, I don't make any money on it. 1,000 views on a taste test video does not make me money. I lose money on it. So, if I'm going to eat a meal, I want to be sure it's at least something edible, that I'm not going to get sick. This is my dinner. I need to keep working that day. So I'm not going to purposely choose a restaurant that people have rated poorly and then eat bad food as a stunt, still make no money on it, then also not have a good dinner and then have to come back and work. So it's different. See, people misunderstand because of the formula that I do is completely different. You know, DSP Tries, it actually used to be a profitable show for me 10 years ago. It stopped being a long time ago. So now I just do it for fun as a reward for hitting support goals, but I do need to eat. Lord knows, I do need to eat. I don't even eat that much. Every morning, I have one of these egg white turkey sausage breakfast sandwiches and a black coffee. During the course of the day, I drink water. I have one dinner meal, whatever it is my wife makes. Then I have a cup of coffee again after dinner. Then I eat nothing until the end of the night when I might have like a protein bar or a snack. That's what I eat all day. That's it. So if I have a day where the meal is ass, I'm literally only eating garbage, and that's my main meal for the day. I get nothing else. So I have to be sure I'm at least eating something that's edible. You know what I mean?
And the money was not coming in for American Truck Sim, and DSP is getting desperate. He's now telling you, let's go guys, we want to keep this in rotation, threatening to wage quit the game, and even saying, give me $100 and I'll tell you what cologne I'm wearing, dude. Desperation is coming out in DSP.
No, in reality, it smells good in here, because usually I have an air freshener plugged into the wall, and I wear cologne now. So it actually usually smells really good in here these days. King Michael, how are you this evening? Good evening, good evening. Guys, I hate to harp on it, but you can believe it, we still haven't hit 50 bucks in support. And we're almost to the halfway point of the stream, and that is no bueno. If you want to keep Truck Sim in the rotation, I gotta urge that he please support the stream tonight in some way. Let's go. What cologne am I wearing? Well, why don't we get to 100 bucks of support and I'll tell you what cologne I'm wearing tonight. Here we go. Let's go right now. Let's get some support. Let's rally right now. Let's hit 100 bucks and I'll tell you what cologne I'm wearing tonight. I actually reapplied it right before I came into the office tonight for Truck Sim. Okay, well, it is time to split the part. So, let's do so. I have one sip left in my can. Let's finish it. And thank you guys for chilling tonight. Split the part here. When we come back, we'll do the second half of the job. Looks like we'll probably have to do a little rest stop. But, hope that you guys will come back and join me for more. See you in the next half of Truck Sim for the week. Okay. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to just go run and grab another brew. And then we're going to continue with Truck Sim. Now, guys, we're only at 40 bucks of support, and we have an hour left. So, remember, if you want to keep Truck Sim in the rotation, please support the stream. It has been in the rotation since, April, because you guys have supported it every time. So, please, let's get a rally of support. Let's hit that goal, and we'll keep it. Like I said, I'm curious, can we have this going till 2026? I'm skeptical. There's been a few times where we have faltered tonight. It looks like we have a really slow start compared to usual. So, let's see how it goes, all right? I'll be right back with another brew and more Truck Sim.
And then in a moment that DSP probably regrets, he's upset that Asmongold and Moist Critical won't talk to him. What a great foreshadow right here. And speaking of Asmongold, look at that, he put out a video. It's over with DSP's face. And he goes on to say that Asmongold and Moist Critical need to be responsible for what they are reacting to because it could hurt that smaller channel. Basically what he's saying is, leave me alone, let me grift in peace, let me steal money from people, don't talk about me, don't shine a light on me. And also, if you think about it, when he had his React show, did he check all those clips to see if they were harming smaller channels? No, he did not. But he only cares about one person, Philip Burnell. And ladies and gentlemen, let's take a little sneak peek at what Asmongold said about DSP.
Sits there begging. He's just silent.
Save us GTA 6 if you want someone to step up. You know what? There's no one. Save us GTA.
Begging. DSP turns off the game and sits there begging. He's just silent.
Save us GTA 6 if you want someone to step up. You know what? There's no one better in life to step up and take control of a situation than you yourself. I want you to walk into your bathroom and look in the mirror. Look at your own face and say, I will take
There's no way you're about to give people a motivational speech to give you money. There's no way you're fixing to do that.
control. And then you're going to walk back here and you're going to contribute. Yes.
Oh, man. Of course. The salesman? Yeah. This has to be extortion. So this guy has been around since being around was around.
All right, guys. I guess not. This is it.
This is it.
We have
So
like 1 minute left.
He's
going to
leave
hit this goal now.
unless people.
I can't stick around.
He's gonna leave unless people give him money right now.
Sucks.
I'm getting ready to leave. If I don't get $50 right now, if I don't leave right now, this is it. Yeah, I'm leaving. All right, let me see. Yeah, bye, guys. I don't have any money.
Just updated it. Just updated my stupid camera software. It's saying it needs to be updated. I just updated it this morning. Okay, I got 2 tips.
Okay,
One is for
wait.
a penny from a troll. I got a $3 tip.
Oh, wow.
It's just it says let's do this. That's all it says. Let's do this.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you for $3. All right,
Thanks.
so now with that,
Yeah?
we're at 125. We are literally $25 away. This is it. This is it. $25 to hit the goal and continue blueprints. Come on.
Come on,
All right.
guys.
I'm going to go
Come on.
for 30 more seconds. Let me get a timer. Here,
Jesus.
we'll do a timer. Ready?
It's an auction?
We'll do a timer.
He's going to get it. He's
How
going
do
to
you
get
do a
it right
timer on
now.
my phone? I don't know.
This is it,
I don't know
guys.
how to
Come
do a
on.
timer. Is this a timer?
You don't know how to do a timer on your phone. Okay. People are into this shit. People watch this.
All right,
yeah.
can we do it? Start. Okay, here we go. It's counting down right now. 56 seconds. 55. 54.
Oh my
53,
God.
52.
He's counting
51,
down the
50. 49.
Until
48.
No.
47.
No.
46.
Guys.
45. 44.
God, this doesn't.
43.
It doesn't have to be like
42.
this.
41.
You don't need to do
40.
this.
39. This is
Stop.
tiring. 37. 36. 35. 25. $25. 32. 31. 30 seconds left. 29. 28. 27.
He's not
26,
making any money.
25. 24. 3. 2. 21. 20. 19. 18. Yeah. Okay, $20 to go. $20 to go.
Somebody gave $5. Somebody gifted $5.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No. We didn't do it. We
Okay.
didn't do it.
It's over.
No.
Nobody gave you any money. Nobody gave you money. Wow.
We didn't do it. Based Alpha Real did gift a sub. And that got us to 130.
That wasn't
But
enough.
that's it. We ran out of time.
Yep.
Wait, 2 tips just came in. 2 tips just came in. One for $2.
And he's laughing at it. He says, bro, you're only going to give me $2?
A $2 tip.
He's making fun of him.
Iced Infinite. $2.
Oh,
So
God.
now we're at 132. And then a $2 tip. Another one. What is the $2?
What's with this $2, guys?
Open your wallets, this person says, for $2. Open your wallet.
Oh, my God.
Guys, we're at 134. We didn't do it. Can you believe it?
So, there are just so many of these, aren't there?
With Naitomi or Naitomiya 215s, it's still not as good as LTG setup. I'll have to agree on that. I mean, you can't beat a cat tree sitting behind you with a plain wall and a white door behind you that it looks like you live in your grandma's house.
He's
and at
just
any moment she'll
talking
burst through the
shit.
door and tell you to take the trash out, right? Or, why didn't you wash the dishes this morning? Or maybe like, his ex bursting through the door asking him where the hell is his child support payment that he's behind on.
Yeah.
That,
You could easily
I can't
predict
beat that. There's nothing I could ever do.
Of course. Yeah, wow.
Imbecile. That's not begging, you imbecile.
I just... Some of this stuff is just really amazing. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Oh, God.
Then DSP went on a rant, an insane rant, about how he's pissed off the Mario movies do not go in order of the Mario games. He's upset that the next movie is Mario Galaxy. Then remember everything he says about detractor content and don't watch it? Well, guess what, guys? DSP said he watched detractor content about Wings to get an idea what was going on with him and what people were saying about him. But remember, guys, you have to watch the raw content of DSP to understand what he's saying. And DSP is still going on a rant about bigger streamers reacting to his detractor content and not watching the raw 8-hour streams. And how he's only a part-time asshole and it's ruining his business, these big streamers reacting to detractor content and not him.
I do feel like there's a ton of these React YouTubers that are way bigger than the people who they react to. And they don't understand that when they react, that has negative consequences for the person that they're reacting to. That there might be people who maybe would check out that content, but now they won't because you saw a detractor video that says they're an asshole or portrays them as an asshole. Now people think they're an asshole. Is that fair? Did you actually go watch the real content? So maybe you need to have an air of responsibility. Maybe you should actually be watching some of the real stuff to see what it's representative of. If Asmongold was watching this stream right now, do you think that he'd be like, oh wow, what an asshole? Probably not. But yesterday, if he saw me in a bad mood out of context on one particular stream, he probably would say, wow, that guy's an asshole. And rightly so. But that's not the big picture.
And now we get to Tuesday. Very first thing that DSP talks about on the pre-stream is dicks. That is right. He's talking about boner and how it used to mean something different. And how it used to mean that you messed up. But now he says it changed to getting an embarrassing erection in public. Poems Past points out, it just means getting an erection. And of course, DSP has to address Asmongold even though he doesn't know about drama, he doesn't care about drama. Drama's gay, dude. Well, it's time for DSP to get gay about Asmongold.
So again, I'm sorry. I really am. I'm sorry that I acted like that, all right? As for Asmongold, I don't give a fuck what he says. I don't even know what he said. I don't care. He literally reacts to detractor content, which is always skewed. If he actually wanted a real perspective on someone, he would actually watch their real content. Like instead of watching detractor clips on X, he would say, oh, is he streaming right now? Let's see what he's doing. And then tune into the stream and then judge for yourself rather than just the out of context shit. But he doesn't care. He has
And of course, it always comes back to this. Every problem DSP has ever had is because of the trolls. They ruined his life. They made him beg for money. Of course, history differs from what DSP says, as DSP was a top-level asshole to everyone, shit all over everyone, refused to collab with people, turned down opportunity after opportunity. He had racist, sexist, homophobic language in his content, and thought it was cool. But then again, remember, he did nothing wrong, he did everything correct. He could never, ever, ever accept any responsibility for the stuff he said and done.
talking about how over 15 years you begged for your audience's money. Literally never, ever asked for contributions until my trolls ruined my YouTube channel and made it so I couldn't make a living on ad revenue. All the way up through that when they got me those false copyright strikes, which ruined my channel and made it so that I couldn't make a living on ads anymore, that's when I had to start asking for crowd support. Before then, I never did. And that's a fucking fact. And you can go back and you can watch documentaries that talk about it. Go watch the fucking June the King documentary. That literally shows that there was a year where all my views tanked because false copyright strikes affected my channel, kicked me out of the YouTube algorithm. I couldn't make a living just on ad revenue anymore, and I had to change my model. I literally never intended to be an internet live streamer. I wanted to do on-demand videos. I had to change my model to survive because people fucked with me. So when you complain, oh, I hate that Phil asks for money, then you shouldn't have fucked with my livelihood. I never had to until people did. Now you deal with the repercussions. You don't like the current Phil that asks for contributions? You made the monster. You're Dr. Frankenstein. Now you gotta live with the monster you created, bitches. And if you don't like it, too fucking bad, because you don't have a time machine to go back in time and change what you already did.
And DSP has now said he is no longer lactose intolerant. That is right, he went from half lactose intolerant to not lactose intolerant at all. But he says he just gets gassy and bloated when he has dairy. Then remember when he said, he's never given Kick anything ever again, don't ask him, you didn't give me money, blah blah blah, all that whole rant. Well, now he's saying things were cherry picked and that never happened. People are lying about it, taking it out of context. And he's starting to save scum in the Outer Worlds too. Every time he picks up loot, he saves the game. In a word, DSP doesn't understand his retirement, because he says every 4th of July, he's going to do a vest and hat retirement stream because it worked out so well. So a yearly retirement stream. How does that make sense, Phil? Remember when he said, you never know if I fake tips. You never know the right amount that I get. Well, here's DSP fake tipping himself yet again.
Let's see here. Wow, I just received an anonymous $20 tip. No name or any message attached to that one. $20. Thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. That's the biggest tip of the day. Only our second one.
And it's always funny when DSP says, let's go, let's get some momentum. We just need one person to give any support, and then other people will be emboldened to start supporting as well. And every single time he says that, all of a sudden he gets anonymous tips. Almost like he's trying to get that momentum started artificially. Then we have Lord Bannon. That's not begging, that's business. If you're wondering why begging is spelled like that, it's because it's banned in his chat. You don't get it. He's an entertainer. Have you ever heard of Andy Kaufman? Dunce. Breakdown of Philip Paul Burnell's playtime on WWE Champions today. Total playtime 1 hour 32 minutes. Roster size 681. Time spent with Mo Wife 0 minutes. And this becomes more and more often. This is bottom of the barrel stuff here of the Endless Barrel. He's rolling over the money from the day stream because he did not hit the goal. And he's saying, that is right, he's doing you a favor by giving you a second chance to give him money that you did not give him earlier. What a great guy there, dude. And tonight again, you give him money and he'll tell you the expensive cologne that he's wearing tonight. Now keep in mind, you never see the cologne, so you could be Googling expensive cologne and telling you what he found. And then 220, exactly like ICS, every single time before he gets banned, DSP Gaming Real, 30 subs, final offer, choo choo. He's trying to get him to play a specific game. And ladies and gentlemen, he has Wage Quit Outer Worlds 2. And he says it's boring and the same game as the Outer Worlds 1, only worse. And he's ranting that modern game companies have lost their way. And in his example of how that's true, he had low attendance and not very many people were supported. That is right, if he has low money and low support, that means the game is bad, and modern game companies have lost their way, dude. Then we have LTG the Real Unk. Philip brought ICS back to help. Oh, I see. Help him to get to the goals. So you don't need to give him more money anymore. By the way, Cat's gone. Cat left Phil. Cat DSP divorce, arc 2026. And he got the money, and he said it was Mont LeBlanc, Legend Spirit. And as past regulation points out, it's $40. And look at that video that Asmongold did on DSP. Almost 500,000 views in 3 hours. And it was weird because he does this every single time someone like Moist Critical or Asmongold calls him out. He knows they're going to be watching the next day. His fans are going to be watching. So he tones down the begging to be on his best behavior. He tries to put people under pignosis. See, I'm not a bad guy. They're lying about me. Hey, by the way, give me money. And now we get to Wednesday. If you ever wonder what a normal person goes through when they first see DSP, well, apparently side-scrollers took this person who does not know who DSP is and showed them his rant about moral support on Kick. And this was the response.
Nation is making this a lot worse.
No, get the clip.
Get the clip. Well, let's finish up the rest here real
Chad
fast.
is saying I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. I
Yes,
don't know
you
that
do.
I do.
Oh, you
No.
do.
Oh.
Yes, you do.
Girl, you do.
Yes. Okay, let's finish this up real quick. Let's see more here. We may just throw out the entire run sheet. We may fuck Mario Galaxy.
Popcorn talk must
Through all
happen.
the shit. No.
I got so much for this week.
No.
I just want to see Mally react to everything. It's so
I'm
good.
with you. Here we go. Let's go.
How about you go to the gas station, you pull out the gas, but you put it into your gas, you start filling your gas, and all of a sudden it says, "This fill up's free. It's on us, bro."
Are you comparing
Did that
yourself
ever happen?
to gas?
Did you ever go to a restaurant?
Yes, Mally. Yes. Yes, he is. He's an important commodity, right? He's the equivalent of.
I pay $5 a gallon for gas in my state, motherfucker. I'd rather pay that than you at this point. I'd rather that be my permanent price of gas than give you a cent. I won't even give this man a view.
Oh, I can just feel Duty clipping everything we're talking about right now.
I don't
Hello,
even want to
Duty.
give this person a view. I don't even know who this person is, but the amount of desperation is literally reeking through the screen.
Hey,
like-
you've known
And
Phil for.
I set goals on my stream. I encourage people to hit those goals because we have chaotic streams. I do not dare sit there and be like, so I know y'all have to pay rent this week, but so do I. Like, oh my gosh!
Mally, do you turn off the game if, like, nobody's donating? Or are you like, you know what, I'm out of here?
What?
Mally.
What?
Mally,
Turn off the game? What?
you've known Phil for 94 seconds.
Uh-huh. 94 too
And
many.
sit down and eat some delicious steak with all the fixins, the sides. Oh man, amazing roasted carrots and mashed potatoes. Oh my God, look at this mac and cheese. And you finish, and then they hand you the bill, and the bill says free. Did that ever happen?
Hold on. What type of meal did he describe? A steak with the
steak
mashed
dinner.
potatoes? Wait, Phil's a steak dinner? That's what he's describing his
this
content
man is
as?
Maybe from
Never had a steak
7-Eleven.
This is spectacular. I didn't know is like the metaphors that he has for his content. The steak dinner. You go down to a steakhouse, you get the mashed potatoes and the carrots and the gravy, and they give it to you for free. That's what I'm offering you today. What a deal, everybody! Like it's on.
Whoa.
Okay.
No, this is like next level entitlement and expectation and like cringe. It's cringe. The only word I can keep thinking is cringe besides that.
Kate, what type of meal is Dark Side Phil's content?
Oh my God. He's like when you go to like a convenience store and you go to the back fridge and there's just like this one sandwich sitting in the back corner that the like place forgot about. And you see like mold dripping off the sandwich and they're like, we'll give you like 20% off. Like that is Phil.
The expiration date is from like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's like this is ancient. They found it like under the fridge and just
Chat.
threw it in there.
Same question for you, chat. This is interesting. So last time I actually went on Phil's show. I don't even know how long ago, and
About a year ago.
was it a year ago now, where he wanted to clear up things about our interview or whatever, and he was upset about it. So I went on his podcast and he wanted to do it as like a big gotcha, and he told me to fuck off or something, and it was like he was like got him, and it's like okay, you're so funny. But yes, I think he is the equivalent of like past due ramen noodles, perhaps. Maybe that's the right way to go. Let's continue on.
And this is the moment right here where she discovered that DSP Darkside Phil is a huge beggar and entitled.
By the end of today, between this stream of Pokemon and tonight's late stream of Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, you can have your text messages back for moral support. So let's get that support flowing. Let's get it going. Let's get our first sub of the day. Then let's get a second sub of the day. Then let's get another 50 gifted subs on top of that. And we'll almost be there. Let's go. What's wrong? What do you mean it's a scam? What are you talking about? It's a steal. It's a discount. It was supposed to be 107. Now it's 75. I'm giving you the deal of a lifetime here.
A lifetime?
Listen, I don't.
And of course, when someone's introduced to Darkside Phil, there's one moment that always gets shown to them, and it's May 1st burst. But apparently, they were not the only ones besides Asmongold to react to DSP. We have Buncheck from FGC, who also reacted to Darkside Phil.
If LTG would play me in Street Fighter, the stream would beat Evo in views. The stream would beat Evo in views this weekend, but he demands $5K to play. We now know this is due to his big monthly child support payments. This is why he moved in such a crappy new place with a roommate. What a broke bum. The reason why I pointed this one out, because like, did y'all see this? He's literally pointing fingers, coming at somebody else, calling them the broke bum. By the way, when I first saw this video, it had like 700K. Now it has over 900K. Like I said, this is just a video alone, not even counting his stream. Like, it is doing numbers. Anyway, he's the one calling somebody a broke bum, while this whole video and the people watching are basically saying the same thing about him.
17 years ago, and I was just doing this as a hobby and having fun. Future, please go to my partner channel, The King of Hate HD, and click on the ads that show up on the videos there, because hopefully, you know, fingers crossed, that actually starts giving me some money back for what I'm doing. I mean, it's not cheap to do what I'm doing. I bought a lot of games, a lot of equipment, and now I have my own condo, which is basically my studio, to do whatever the hell I want.
A generational roach, man. This is from over 10 years ago.
So, you know, anything that you can give back is much appreciated. I also do have the PayPal donation on the left-hand side of my Darkside Phil channel. It explains how to go to PayPal and what email address to send a donation to, darksidephil@hotmail.com.
Send a donation to my Hotmail account.
$7 of support. For
That's
$7.
$7?
Here you go. There's $7.
What?
An
Wait,
empty,
what?
devoid Seattle. That's what you get for $7 of support. I've been streaming for an hour.
So he's only made $7 in an hour.
If you ever wondered about DSP's gaming setup and why he can't see stuff on the screen, this is his setup right here, and you wonder why he can't see anything. And of course, every time there's drama, there's always whales. And today was over $100 so far of anonymous tips. It's funny how that works out. And remember, you don't know if he's faking tips. You don't know the amount that he's actually getting. And that's all according to DSP. And then goes on to say that no other person on the internet receives the level of harassment that he does. Imagine if he had the trolls like Wings does, sending prostitutes and plumbers to his house. He would lose his damn mind. And man, look at that, 152 people watching. Everybody loves him, dude. And he got his DSP tries it, Thai food. And look at this disgusting image here, looking like he's sucking a dick. And look at this nasty bastard right here, absolutely pig slopping right into his mouth. And of course, he has to shove more into his mouth. And remember too, there's people in his audience that get off to this too. And then Piece of Peace put the most appropriate title for DSP stream. Watch pig eat Thai food, then rope. And then he puts these disgusting pictures as his thumbnail, and DSP thighs it. And now someone has a suggestion for DSP, is that he does DSP Tries It Healthy Edition. And of course, DSP says he can't do that because this is his dinner, which is very weird because remember, he's not poor, he's got lots of money, he can afford food, but he has to fundraise $1,500 to eat dinner. Make that make sense.
Okay, Stunner900 did a $5 super chat. Making DSP Tries It a taste instead of eat would be healthier. Eat your actual meal off camera. So you're saying just take one bite and throw out the food. As much as you might say, oh, that's a good idea, I just want you to think about today's meal. Today I ordered Thai food. I had fresh spring rolls with shrimp in them. I had a noodle dish of which I can't remember the name. And I had a duck curry. Okay? With that and what my wife got, of course, it cost over $100. So let me get this straight. I should order the food, just taste 2 bites, throw it away, and then go make more food. I understand what you're saying, but I think you grossly overestimate the amount of money that I want to put into DSP Tries It. I'm not going to be investing insane amount of money every week into this thing. You know what I mean? Like, especially some weeks I do 2 a week. So you want me to spend hundreds of dollars on the show and then still pay for dinner as well that we then have to cook? I don't think so. That's not going to happen. I'm going to eat the food that I order for DSP Tries It.
Then apparently, Canadian Kirk, aka You're Not Funny, kept getting messages hidden by Slayer. And Slayer and Kirk have a history together. They hate each other. And Slayer put this in the chat. I thought he was a troll with the prior messages and recent history on here. You know, one day, Slayer's gonna snap once again and ban Kirk yet again. Slayer is also the reason all the other Kirk socks got banned. Then DSP says, Review Bra doesn't actually eat his food. He takes a bite and throws it out and says, he doesn't even go back for seconds. He doesn't finish it. He just talks most of the video. Imagine that, Phil, talking during a review of food. What a shocking concept, Phil. And apparently, Tormented Souls 2 fucked over DSP according to DSP and softlocked him. And he says he's not playing again till they fix it. Even though people are telling him, you can roll back the last patch and still play it. And he says, no, I'm not gonna do that. Then he sat there, arms crossed, demanding money.
As you can see, my arms are folded. When my arms are folded, it means one thing. Phil is not pleased. Okay? When my arms are folded, it usually means something is very upsetting. Tonight, indeed, something is very upsetting. As I was playing Tormented Souls 2, we ran into a unfixable game bug that has hard locked us. Not soft locked us, hard locked us. I actually can't make progress in a game because a puzzle doesn't work. We've solved it properly, and it just doesn't solve. So we can't play the game anymore. Until they patch this issue, I've spent over 12 hours playing Tormented Souls 2, and I can't make any progress to finish the game. So, yeah, it's awful. A hard lock, not a soft lock. A soft lock happens if through, say, the game's design, there's a flaw, like, oh, they didn't give you enough ammo, and if you don't get lucky and get by an area, you have no ammo, you can't finish the game. That's a soft lock, meaning you could actually win if you had enough ammo and played better. In this case, the puzzle just doesn't solve anymore. You put in the correct solution and nothing happens. So we can't play it anymore until they patch it. So tonight, we're going to hang out for about 20 to 30 minutes, we'll see, and spend a little bit of time together, just a hangout session, impromptu. Let's see what people want to talk about tonight.
And then someone put this as a comment. Is it just me? Or does this DSP guy look like an alcoholic wife beater? And then someone responded, the only thing DSP can beat is his dick. And now we get to Thursday. And the first thing we're going to look at is Wings Redemption on November 12th, 2025. So this is after the DSP interview and before the second DSP interview, where he's going to make fun of DSP's wife and say she doesn't like giving oral. And that's why Phil is always in a bad mood.
Honestly, I honestly feel like, I hate to say this, I don't feel like DSP's wife actually gives oral sex. I think she's one of those girls.
Oh man, it makes sense.
Like Phil is in a bad mood way too often.
Yeah. All right, babe. Let's get some momentum going on this blowjob, okay? It's been 30 minutes. No momentum.
And first, it was just monthly streams. Then it was also truck sim. Then it was also off camera. And now we have gotten to the point where DSP is going to do a drinking Q&A. That is right, getting drunk while asking and answering questions. But remember guys, he's a recovered alcoholic.
Autumn edition, where I will have a couple of the alcoholic ciders while I chill with you guys. So instead of it being truck sim and, oh no, truck sim is now at risk. If I don't hit a goal, it gets canceled. Instead, we just hang out and I have a few drinks and we do interaction, Q&A and all that. But that way, there's nothing at risk. You know, you're going to get the fun times that you wanted with the truck sim stuff, and I'm going to be, you know, slightly inebriated. I won't be heavily inebriated, right? But there won't be any risk. It won't be like, oh no, truck sim now ends and it'll never happen again. What do you think about that?
Then even his audience was calling him out for drinking. As we have this super chat, drinking during Chill with Phil now. It's almost like the recovering part was never true, and you're just an alcoholic who used recovery for sympathy. And he is now saying he is not an alcoholic, he never was. And anyone who says he has a drinking problem is fucking stupid. DSP likes Retcon more than his wife. And then ICS 220 still trying to control the stream just like he does every single sock account. I got 25 subs for Phil to play Mortal Kombat Live with PWR. And this is a very weird thing that DSP said. I don't think me and my wife are even going out to a store for like another 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know. I would have to check the schedule. First off, you say every single week on your day off you go out with your wife. Second of all, what do you mean you have to check the schedule? So you have 2 to 3 weeks schedule for when you go to a store. It's almost like you're hyper-focused on your autistic schedule. And DSP always loves to shit on things he doesn't have and doesn't understand. And he said the Steam Deck is a shitty handheld device that doesn't run very many games well. Despite, you know, running like Elden Ring and all that stuff. Despite DSP always saying he's better than everyone else, he works harder, nobody works as hard as him. All the other streamers, the content creators, they're lazy. He puts in more work than them, he's better than them. He's now gonna say, after Asmongold ripped him up, and all the eyes are on him now, he's not better than anyone else. Everyone's equal, dude. What a load of crock right there.
So when you say, well, you're better than Wings, I don't think that. Not for a moment. Listen, everyone's different in life. Everyone has different shit going on. Everyone has different situations. I'm not any better, any worse than anyone. And I think that the moment that people start to realize this, you'll have a realization in life. Because there's so many people who sit on the internet to just crap on people constantly thinking, well, I'm better than them. No, you're not. And in fact, if you're wasting your time to negatively crap on someone, you're actually worse than them. Because they're not doing that to you right now. They're just trying to get by in their life. So why are you shitting on them? That says more about your insecurities, about yourself and your life situation than anything that they've ever done. Because they're not the ones just sitting there crapping on you. And by the way, they are a public persona on the internet who's known and you're not. So even if on their absolute worst day and most embarrassing thing they've ever done, they were still more important than you. So who the fuck are you to dump on people? So you guys can say and believe whatever you want, but I don't believe that I'm any better than anyone else. I don't. I just want to be my own person, do my own thing, and progress with life positively. That's my philosophy.
And once somebody makes fun of DSP, he will not let anything go. And this time, he's going to hit a goal because of a lot of anonymous tips. And he's going to go on a rant about Asmongold and how he called him a generational roach. But dudes, he's successful now, dude.
We didn't even talk about gaming yet, which I want to get to, but you guys just keep contributing. And we hit the first goal of the stream. Just like that. Man, let me tell you guys, I feel so poor right now. I'm so destitute and poor, and I'm doing so bad for myself. Really. It's almost like the narrative of the internet is so true with all the things they say about me. Man, I'm so bad off. If only I could get some help, some support. What a horrible situation I find myself in, that I sat here and just talked with you guys for an hour, and I've hit my goal inadvertently. Like I didn't even make an effort. All I did was talk for an hour, and here we are. Oh, what a horrible situation and place I'm in. Oh, I'm a generational roach. Oh, I'm doing so poorly for myself. Oh, I really care about what people say about me on the internet. Oh, help me, everyone. Oh, wait, I'm drowning in money. Excuse me. All right, so anyway, by the way, good morning.
So the Marvel fighting game that's coming out has a second beta. And DSP, again, loves retcon and stuff. And he said when the first one came out, his family was more important, it came out on his day off, and he's not going to give up family time for it. Now he's saying, if he would have known when it was before the beta, he would have scheduled his day off differently. And I also pointed out, this was also Kat's birthday. So he would have skipped Kat's birthday, worked that day, just for the beta, and get money. It tells you how much he hates his wife. And this is absolutely hilarious. So DSP's gonna go on a rant here about how other streamers use their audience as a therapist, and you shouldn't get personal with them. They're not here to listen to you like a therapist.
Not every time that you talk with your audience should it always be about, oh, I have to put on a face to play a game. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't always want to be dishing to your audience and getting too personal, because to be honest, your audience is not your psychiatrist, your therapist, your mother. You know what I mean? But if you want to share, you should, but there should also always be a line of separation.
Now, it's very weird that he said mother at the end. Almost like growing up, his mother had to listen to all the BS that came out of his mouth while she combed his hair till he was like 17. And now, one of the weirdest things ever, DSP, despite in the past saying he's got a TV, he doesn't need a monitor to play on his PC, now says he wants to be a monitor gamer.
One of the things for me that has been a barrier to becoming a monitor gamer, not a PC gamer, but a monitor gamer, is the cost. What do I mean by that? Well, I now game in 4K. I've gamed in 4K for the whole last year. These gaming monitors that are 4K are very expensive. Most gaming monitors that are more budget priced, for like, you don't want to spend $1,000 on your monitor, they're like only like 1440p, some are only 1080p. So I would have to game at a lower resolution if I was going to try to get like an affordable monitor, and I'm not taking out a giant fucking loan to pay off this thing. You know what I'm saying?
It's weird how he says he would have to take out a loan for a $1,000 monitor, but he's rich, he can spend the money, dude. But at the same time, he doesn't have the money. And you know, if he got it through Amazon, it would be on payment plans. And still not letting it go, more anonymous tips keep coming in. And he hits another goal. And once again, he goes after Asmongold.
I don't know what it is. There's something in the water about the Pokemon Chill streams. People love them. I love them. We're having a great time every time we play. Pokemon are getting named. We're having a good one. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. Again, at a time when the internet has absolutely no idea what they're talking about, insulting me out of context, saying that I'm a broke bum who needs to beg and is desperate for money, I have days like today that are amazing. And so again, the internet just wants to talk junk and be toxic about me all the time. Literally has no idea of reality. People saying dumb stuff like, I would rather work 2 jobs at McDonald's than be the DSP. Well, that's because you're a stupid, misinformed idiot. My life is great. My work is great. Everything is great. We all enjoy each other's company. People love what I do. Why on earth would I ever want to do something else? I'd have to be a complete idiot.
Then we have this in chat. It'd be hilarious if this actually is true. By Booger Beans. Hey DSP, I don't know if you remember me, but we used to be in the same class in junior year. Remember when we used to experiment behind the bungalows because you didn't know if you like girls or not? Then we see the meme of DSP riding a bike and him putting a stick into the tire. And you see DoorDash, you see WWE Champions, you see Jin. Then the title of it is, These fucking trolls financially fuck me over every single year. Then we have Megadent, Super Gaming Lagoon. Fuck, I'm drunk too, take my money. Grew up with you when I was going through hard times as a kid. Now I make 6 figures, and love to see you grow. What a cuck. And we get to chill with Phil. And this will be anything but chill as he gets drunk and lashes out yet again. And Broside Phil pointed something out. The difference between rich and poor, which people are calling DSP poor, the poor are not financially stable. Begging is what poor people do. Phil begs equals Phil is poor. And as he drank the alcohol, more rants came out, this time on Final Fantasy VII, and he calls Tifa stupid anime chick.
Final Fantasy 4 and 6 to get the Final Fantasy VII Remake treatment. Because the thing is, Final Fantasy VII Remake, like, how can I explain? The reason they did Final Fantasy VII Remake is because Final Fantasy VII became a cultural phenomenon, but it was for the wrong reasons. Don't get me wrong, Final Fantasy VII is a fine game, but the reason 7 did so well, sales-wise, and became this giant dynamo is very simple. It was on PS1 and it was 3D. That was the era when all of the classic games were being basically upgraded to full 3D with polygons. Final Fantasy 4, 5, 6 are great games, and they did very well on Super Nintendo. But just because 7 went to CDs, had stereo quality audio and CD quality music, and had the polygons, literally people went apeshit for it. To be honest, I don't really like the story that much. I like the gameplay elements of the game. I don't think it's horrible. Like, I used to hate it. Now I don't hate it anymore. But I just don't think it's that good. I think people give Final Fantasy VII way too much credit because it was the first 3D Final Fantasy. In regards to, like, them making more games in the future, dude, 4 and 6 are better plots. 4 and 6, the plots are really good. 4 has this crazy twist where the character starts off almost like a dark character who just does everything he's told, and then he has a crisis of conscience, goes against what he's told by his government, and basically becomes a traitor. Then he gets forced to basically abandon his government and has to become like a redemption arc where he loses all his dark powers and becomes a light paladin. And then he discovers all the real things going on in the world, like, become, truth to him. And he's like, oh shit, we got to fight this thing that's been going on all this time. And I was a part of it. I didn't even realize it. Final Fantasy VI is wild. It starts off as a evil empire versus like rebellion, almost like a Star Wars plot line. But then halfway through, the plot completely flips on its head. The world is destroyed. And now you're in a post-apocalyptic game where everything from the first half of the game has been changed. And it's just wild. It's crazy. Biggest cast of characters like ever in an RPG. It's just wild. It's crazy. Biggest cast of characters like ever in an RPG. Why are those games always like put on the shelf? Why are those games put over here? And Final Fantasy VII. What about fucking Final Fantasy VII? What about it actually stood out besides it was 3D? I want to know. Or, okay, let's be honest. Because Tifa is the anime chick, and everyone liked anime in the late 90s, bro. So, anime chick, everyone, yeah. Give me a fucking break. Just because the characters were actually better written and more interesting in the previous games, but they weren't stupid anime chick style. Oh, so that by default made Final Fantasy VII better? No, it didn't. It actually pissed me off because I remember playing Final Fantasy VII and saying, this game is fine, but I actually thought, like, the other ones better. Are we ever going to go back to that formula? And they never did. They actually never did. 8, I hated 8. I never played 9. 10 is good, but not amazing. 12, 11 was an MMO. 12, I stopped playing. I was so bored. I never went back to it. So that's the point I'm making here, is I think that Final Fantasy 4 and 6, if remade, would actually be better than 7. But the problem is, will we ever see that? Probably not. It takes them so long to make these games. And then on top of that, 7 Part 2 didn't even do that well. They actually were very disappointed with the sales of 7 Part 2. They already confirmed they are finishing the trilogy. There will be a 7 Part 3 to finish it, even though 2 didn't do so well. But, I don't think they're ever going to do it again. I think this was it. This is a one-time attempt to see if it could work. And I don't think that they'll ever pull this again. That's it. It's just going to be the 7 trilogy. And then they're just on to newer games, and that's it.
Then the topic of Dispatch came up. And people asked DSP, are you going to play it? And he says, I don't know, because there's homosexual kisses in it. Remember, same guy who played and loved all the Life is Strange games.
And number 3, I've heard that there's choices in the game that can lead to romantic things that a lot of people are saying are controversial, like there's like homosexual kisses and stuff. And I'm like,
the topic of DSP versus the internet came up, and Slayer put this in the chat. Well, I think people got bored of my suggestion on the weekly show. You mean your propaganda for Singapore? And everyone noticed all the anonymous tips coming in today, and after DSP says, you don't even know if I fake all my tips, and you don't even know the amount I actually get. Kick starts calling him out, and of course, DSP has to respond to this because he always takes the bait. And this is his response.
Love the people who say that I'm the one who copes. Literally in Kick Chat, all they're saying is, oh yeah, all his contributions are fake tonight. I actually mean this sincerely. I mean this very truthfully and matter-of-factly. I have never faked a contribution whatsoever.
Well, fascinating is a word I use for the unexpected.
You'll literally never know what I make because you have absolutely no clue what real amounts I keep or don't. You don't know the taxes I pay. You don't know anything. Okay, you just don't. Every single tip that I receive, you have no actual visual confirmation that any of the tips are real or fake or whatever. So literally every tip I've ever said I made, I might have never received, or I may actually be getting way more than I'm saying. Like sometimes I might say I made $1 tip and I actually got 10. How would you know? You wouldn't.
And now we get to the crash out of the week. And surprise, surprise, it's Asmongold yet again. DSP is losing his mind. He can't handle that a streamer that big is laughing at him, knows him as a beggar, knows about May 1st. And all of his audience is on him too. All the eyes, all the heat, all the spotlight. And he's losing his mind second by second.
But you see, again, this is what I try to explain to outsiders to the situation, right? You and I, because you've been here all night and you know me, you know I'm messing around. Guys, we already hit the goal. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's crazy that we got no support on Kick. Actually, it is. I'm shocked that no one came by to chill with me tonight on Kick and support at all. It is shocking. But it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to sit here and cry. I'm not going to sit here, oh, let me turn off features and shit. I'm not going to do that. But we're joking. And like, you get the joke. But the morons of the internet don't. So when someone will clip that segment and post it up on X again and be like, this is what happened tonight, these idiots will actually think that's what fucking happened because they're that dumb. They're too lazy to take 10 fucking seconds to look at the raw content and see what actually happened. They just want to be the one to blow up the drama for personal gain. Whether it's some Joe Schmo nobody who watches it and laughs, whether it's a YouTuber that watches it and laughs, it doesn't matter. You're watching fake content, but you don't care because you're dumb. It's sad. This is what the entire generation has become of content creators, people who just make fake content. I watch something someone else made, I react to it, and it's nonsense because it's not real. The content you're watching is fabricated and fake. It's a joke. It's out of context. You think it's real because you're stupid. But now, because you have a following, everyone hears it. Oh, so funny. Now we hate that person. And now there's absolutely no responsibility and no repercussion for the person who reacted. Why? Why? Why is there no responsibility and repercussion? You just created a piece of actual slander or defamation. Why are you not held accountable for it? Because you're some big shot? No, fuck that. Everyone should be held accountable for their actions on the internet. Everyone, big, small. This is nonsense. And it's bullshit that people then have to put up with the nonsense after. Lucky for me, as I've told you guys, I have built myself a legacy where it doesn't matter what people say about me. I'm not going to get canceled, right? It doesn't matter who, of any stature. It's moist critical, Asmongold. It doesn't matter who talks shit about me. I'm still going to be here tomorrow. I'm still going to make the content for you. You guys are still going to like it. You're still going to support it because you're here and you know who I really am and you don't care what these idiots say. But the common person doesn't. And then I get people who come by, they got to leave 100 nasty fucking comments on my video. They start downvoting the video, the nonsense. Again, when you say to me earlier, a legit fan earlier tonight said, I'm back for the first time in like 12, 13 years and I wish you the best. I hope you'll grow. I'll never grow. How can I grow when internet content creation in 2025 is we react to nonsense, we act like it's real, we don't care if we hurt someone in the process as long as we get clickbait fucking views and we make money. No culpability, no accountability. Just say whatever the fuck you want, get away for it, right? Get away with everything. Well, it's bullshit. It shouldn't be. There's content creators out there who are millionaires who shouldn't have $1 because they made it on the backs of everyone else. I'm not saying that about Asmongold right now because I know he's the one that this week reacted to me. I'm not saying that about him specifically. He's made content over the years. He's earned where he is with his stature and all of that. But the point I'm making here is you shouldn't have blatant, outright immunity just because you reached a certain point. Now I'll just dump on anyone and I get popularity and money and everything from it. Why? What makes it okay? Some of the stuff that Asmongold reacted to, legit, is criticism, and that's fine. He shouldn't ever ask for this or that, right? But then he's watching a clip from 2009. That's completely out of context. That's the first time I've even shown my face on a stream. I'm not monetizing my content. I can't. And I'm saying to everyone, hey, if you guys wish to contribute, maybe you'd like to actually do like a PayPal contribution so I can afford games, so I can make you this free video that I make no money on. Oh, he's a generational roach. He's been begging for all this time. The fuck are you talking about? It wasn't even my job back then. But you're watching something out of context that people put out of context to make me look bad, but you think that's okay. It's not. Never is it. It's never okay. Why do content creators have immunity? I just don't understand it. I don't. I was never immune. Whenever I said and did something fucked up back in the day, people put my balls over the coals for it. You know? Today, I'm still today having things brought up from 2010 that I said that was a joke. But, you know, I'm the devil for doing it.
But these people daily do this shit. And it's okay, just because of who they are. Bullshit. There should be a standard across the board that we're all held to as content creators, a level of moral responsibility that if you're going to talk shit about something or someone, then basically you need to be sure that what you're saying is true. And this happens to me all the time. This is why this channel will not grow. I can't get a new fan base because every time that I have a chance to do something that might hit the algorithm or grow, someone dumps on me. And it's always for bullshit. A clip from 2009 out of context, now you're going to shit on me for that? Enough of this shit. No, not free speech, because what he's doing isn't free speech, and what these people are doing is not fucking free speech. There's a difference between criticizing someone for something that actually happened or criticizing someone for a fabricated situation because someone took clips out of context to make them look bad. As a content creator, you have a responsibility to your audience and to the public at large to make sure that you're not pushing a false narrative into their fucking consciousness. That's true. You should have a responsibility that you're not saying, oh, by the way, I know that this conspiracy is true and here it is and it's false. You shouldn't get away with that. Look at what just happened to, that just happened to, Alex Jones, right? How many years he thought his shtick was going to be, he was going to say that the Sandy Hook shooting was fake. It was fabricated. It was a fake op and it was all bullshit, right? They sued the fuck out of him. They sued the living shit out of Alex Jones and he lost. And now for the rest of his life, this guy is going to be in financial distress trying to figure out how to do this shit. They're sucking all his money away. He's trying to hide his money and get away with it because his legacy is that he lied about this fucking thing to get clickbait, to get attention on himself, and he got held accountable for it, And now that's what I mean. So he was held accountable, but now we have all these content creators on a daily basis react to this, react to that, react to this, react to that. First of all, it's not your content. You didn't make the content. So the very least you can do is you're going to react to it. You do the research to make sure it's real, that someone didn't make it up, fabricate it, purposely make it look in a certain way, but no one does that. No one does due diligence. It's just, I'll make the content, I'll benefit from it, The narrative, the hilarious narrative, is that DSP is a broke bum and begs all day for money because he makes no money. You got Asmongold laughing in that clip about he made $7 on his whole stream. No, I didn't. I've been hitting my goals regularly. I've been actually exceeding my goals regularly. The narrative is false. I'm doing better right now than I've been doing in many, many years. And that's my work, my design, everything that I did to set it up that way. So your narrative is I'm a broke bum who just begs all day, except I hit my goals every day. I literally just talked with you guys for 2 hours. I made $200 and more than that because, there's kick revenue for KCIP, there's ad revenue. I did better than that. Earlier today, I did a podcast. That was a chill podcast. We talked about wings coming on the show and stuff like that. We talked about the new Steam accessories, right? And then I played Pokemon for like 2 hours. I take it back, like 3 hours, maybe 2 hours. Dude, I made over $300 because people like me. They like the content. It's not because I sat there and I manipulated and I scammed and I grifted. No, people just like me. They like the content. They appreciate it. They love it. They want to support it. And then they do. So where is this narrative? That I'm a grifter. I'm a scumbag. I scam. I beg all day. The fuck are you talking about? Did you actually watch the content? No, you didn't. You watched the out-of-context, unfair spin that my detractors create so they can get clickbait. Now, all you've done is you've given attention to the detractors who don't deserve it because they're scumbags. They literally lie every day for their own personal gain. I ignore them. You notice I haven't mentioned a single name of a detractor because I'm never going to give them that level of attention. You understand? I'm not. But look at what they do. So now you've given them the attention they crave. Now, I have to deal with the repercussions all week. I got assholes coming to my streams. I got morons leaving comments negative. And the funny part, again, is some people actually said to me this week, this is actually some friends of mine from back in the day. They said, did you see that Asmongold talk about you this week? And I said, yes, I did. Well, you must be loving it, Phil, because you must be rolling in attention and dough. I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, because everyone that Asmongold talks about, positive or negative, gets a big boost. And people come to their content. And, I was like, no, I don't get that. I don't get that at all. My viewership is not a toxic viewership. People don't come to DSP Gaming to hear me attack someone, to hear me crap on someone. The day that this happened, I could have had the entire day be me just attack him and look at his content and say he sucks and insult him. You notice I didn't do that? You notice I just ignored it? Because I don't benefit from that. I don't benefit from being a toxic jerk and attacking people. I benefit from making chill, positive content for my small audience. My audience doesn't like drama. I know, I tried it last year. It didn't work. Everyone told me to stop. They said, Phil, stop with the drama. You're going to lose the core audience who has supported you all these years because you're so heavy into the drama. So I listened. I turned it all around. In the last year, I've stayed focused on my content and have succeeded. I am hitting the goals more often than not. I am doing special events. I have bought tons of equipment to upgrade the setup, to invest, to show you that if you support me, I'll give it back to you. Okay? That's the point that I've been trying to make this whole year, is to show you that now that I'm out of that rut that I was in financially, that if you continue to support me in a good level, I will give back to you. I will show you that I will invest. I'll buy a wheel. I'll buy controllers. I'll buy whatever games you want. We'll do it. I can afford it now. That's stuff I couldn't do before. And now I have shown that level of investment and growth in the business. It's not just me trying to make a bag and run away and frivolously dump it somewhere. I want to make this content great for all of us. Me, you, everyone having a great time together, right? So how does that fit in with the narrative? Oh, it doesn't, because the narrative isn't real. But again, there's no responsibility for these people. They just say and do whatever they want. They get away with it because they're big. No actual feeling of, oh man, maybe I should have actually looked 5 seconds into this to see if it was true or not. And the truth is, the situation was, I had a bad time the week before. Some bad things were going on. I did lash out at the kick chat. I did it unfairly. I publicly admitted all of this on the podcast back on Sunday, Tuesday, whatever it was. I publicly admitted to all you guys, I made the mistake. I was upset. I'm sorry. I turned back on the moral support messages. All of this was already resolved. Then, here comes the reaction from the big content creator. Ho, 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 ho. Phil's a jerk. You're already late. You're already wrong. You're already late to the game, and the narrative is false already, but no one listens to the person involved. No one came and actually watched my content this week because of Asmongold. No one. Instead, all those negative comments and downvotes on the on-demand videos, and go thumbs up and liking the detractor content. That's the community that these kind of people are perpetrating when they are promoting when they act like that. How about this, okay? It's this simple. Ready? If you want to criticize someone, criticize the person. Actually go to the person and say, I want to criticize you. That way, the person at the very least can defend themselves and gets a rub, right? If you're a giant content creator, you have an issue with someone, actually talk to the fucking person. I'm right here. I'm an accessible dude. I got DMs on X. You can email me. We could talk, or we could have a conversation on a stream. Instead of just sitting there and dumping on someone, which is so easy to do because there's nothing of a consequence for you for it. All the pain is on my end, right? But, that would actually take some effort. That would take some responsibility. I just had enough of it. Act like a mature fucking adult and actually treat people with respect who don't dump on you. I don't dump on people. I just sit here and relax and play fucking games. Either leave me alone, or if you have an issue with me, come talk to me about it in person like a man. Stop being this impersonal, I'm mightier than now, dumping on everyone, laughing on everyone. Enough of this shit. Really, I've had enough of it. And it's not just Asmongold, but anyone. If you don't like Darkside Phil, you tell me to my fucking face, and we'll have it out. And at the end of the day, we don't see eye to eye, that's fine. But at the very least, it's not a one-sided thing where you get massive personal gain and I have to put up with shit-eating all week. Because I've had enough of the shit-eating, really, I have. So it's this simple. From now on, anyone who does it, anyone who dumps on me, publicly I'm saying it to you right now, you're a bitch. Because you didn't have man enough fucking courage to say it to me. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me my content is awful. Tell me that I'm a fucking beggar and I'm a scammer. Prove it. Or else, shut the fuck up. Because your opinion's irrelevant. It doesn't affect me. I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to be making the content. I'm still going to be being successful. Or you could sit there on your echo chamber and be a bitch and just get applauded and lauded by all of your fans and talk shit about people and have no repercussions for it. But that just makes you a bitch. Punching down, right? Keep punching down. Go for it. Keep punching down on Darkside Phil. It just shows your character, quite frankly. All right? Sorry, it's just true. I'm tired of being trying to punch down on because these people think that they're immune to any kind of consequence or repercussions. I don't know how they sleep at night. I really don't. If I just sat here and I found people who were lower than me and I just dumped on them all fucking day, like earlier today, right? I'm talking about having Wings of Redemption on my show. And I'm not saying that I think that he's lower than me or anything like that, but people are sitting there and they're saying these awful things about him. And I'm like, why? Why do you think you're better than this guy? I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm willing to have him on the show. Let's have a fun conversation with this guy. You know, why do you got to dump on this guy? Why do you got to be so nasty? Why are people so quick to jump onto hatred, toxicity, internet bandwagons? I just don't fucking get it. Because I'm not like that. I never have been. I never will be. I don't like that kind of behavior. Maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I was a lot more angry about the life. Now I'm happy. I have a great job. I have a great family. Everything in my life is good. I don't need to sit here and shit and dump on others all day. I have better things to do. So why don't giant YouTubers and content creators have better things to do than dump on tiny Darkside Phil? You ever think about that? Don't they have bigger fish to fry? What was it, a boring night? There was no news going on. So there's no political news, no politician to crap on, nothing, no giant crazy thing over here to talk about. So let's dump on this guy tonight. Well, sorry, I'm not having it. You want to have an issue with me, talk to me, or else shut the fuck up. Because that just shows that you're bitch made. Okay, we have a couple quick shout outs to do and then we adjourn for the night.
He goes on to say that he will not play Ball X Pit because it's too similar to Hades. DSP logic right there. Then he was joking again about starting more drama, because remember dudes, drama is gay. By taking away moral support again, but then says he's just messing around. DSP dipping his toe in the gay drama pool. And despite all the games that are coming out and have been released, there's one game that DSP really wants to play. And that game is Leave It Alone, a game about raking up leaves. But remember dudes, why would you play a simulator game that you can do in real life? And he's going on this rant about how begging is supposed to be funny. Which is interesting because when the money's high and he gets it, it's all a joke, dude. He doesn't mean it, he's not serious. But when the money's not there and support's low, I'm serious, I want to answer. Why is no one supporting? Tell me now. I'm taking away your moral support unless you pay me. Funny how that works out. And yet again, another video from Asmongold on DSP. And you know he's gonna freak out about this as well.
Hilarious narrative is that DSP is a broke bum and begs all day. If you have an issue with me, come talk to me about it in person like a man. Publicly, I'm saying it to you right now. You're a bitch.
So he wasn't happy about the video, I guess. How many views did this video get? 900,000 views in one day.
Unless we get 50 subs by the end of tonight, don't ever ask anything of me ever again. Just sits here whining, bitching, complaining about things, wanting more, and doesn't support. So you get nothing.
Oh my, wait, this is his second video.
Phil was really mean to his audience. He said that they gave him no support and he was going to give them nothing from now on, which isn't what happened. What happened was I was talking specifically to the Kick viewers. There had been a big, sharp decline in support. It seemed to be directly...
So the out-of-context clip was making people think that you were begging for money, but the in-context clip is that you were only begging people on Kick for money? No, now I understand.
Oh, I hate that Phil asks for money. Then you shouldn't have fucked with my livelihood. I never had to until people did. You made the monster. You're Dr. Frankenstein.
Oh, shit.
Now you gotta live with the monster you created, bitches. And if you don't like it, too fucking bad, because you don't have a time machine to go back in time and change what you already did.
Apparently, is now Cope fake tipping himself?
Let's see here. Wow, I just received an
Wait, so
anonymous
he's inventing donations?
$20 tip.
What?
Because everyone that Asmongold talks about, positive or negative, gets a big boost, and people come to their content. No, I don't get that. Instead, all it was negative comments and downvotes on the on-demand videos.
Why did you do this? Yeah, why would I do that to him? I don't know why.
Publicly, I'm saying it to you right now. You're a bitch. Tell me that I'm a fucking beggar and I'm a scammer. Prove it. Unless we get 50 subs, you got an hour left. Get to it. Or shut the fuck up forever. We're not going to listen to your bitching anymore. A lot of whiny people, demanding people who don't reciprocate.
And then, one of the most disgusting things DSP has ever said, he was comparing detractors lying about him and slandering him to Alex Jones making up Sandy Hook conspiracy theories. That is why he compared the two together. And now, let's see how the week ended for DSP. And the very first thing we see here is DSP lying about taking away moral messages. He said he never did it.
Why did I take away the moral support messages? Because I'm a heinous villain. I am a detestable, disgusting, immoral individual who's looking at every moment to annoy and just outright piss people off all around the globe. That's why. I knew that would be the best way to get to people, is to take away your moral support messages. By the way, everyone enjoyed those moral support messages you're using right now, because I didn't take them away.
Then someone suggested that a documentary come out to clear DSP's name and show people he's not like the internet portrays him. And he said he doesn't need a documentary, and he wants everyone just to watch his content from when he started till now. That is right, almost 20 years of content you have to watch in order to understand Darkside Phil. And after almost 20 years, he is just realizing now that you can do all the settings for a game before the stream starts. Amazing content there, Phil. Amazing. And this is a quote from DSP. Does anyone want to give support for the game before we start playing? And you can see how DSP's mind is stuck in the 80s and 90s, as he doesn't realize that the military now uses robot dogs, drones, and other gadgets, as DSP thinks it's a wacky, futuristic thing.
Although, prepare yourself for the silliness, because this one is the futuristic one, so there's robot dogs. Yes, I'm not kidding. I summoned a robot dog myself in the beta. Ridiculous drones, just stupid gadgets and gizmos that really don't belong in a military shooter. They're in this one. So just get ready for that nonsense today. You're going to see it, and we're all going to be shaking our heads like this. Like, what the hell did they do with this?
And ICS, 220, still trying to control what happens on the stream, offered DSP 100 subs to switch to American Truck Sim right now instead of Call of Duty, and DSP responded, stop offering and just give subs for COD. And here is ICS himself saying that he likes Phil and his content, dude.
Well, there you go. I just received 2,000 kicks from 220, who says, I know we've had our squabbles, we have. Seeing how unfair the big guys are to you makes me appreciate how dedicated and earnest you've always been. Well, there you go. 2,000 kicks.
And now DSP is going to explain why he's so happy today with his lights and his keyboard, and it's very childlike.
I'm excited. First off, take a look at the set. I have the Call of Duty color scheme. That's right, take a look at this set and then take a look at the key art right now for Black Ops 7. I actually color matched it last night, so my actual setup today for the premiere of Call of Duty is the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 set. In fact, look, my keyboard is the Black Ops 7 color scheme. Hard to see with the lighting, but there you go. Actually looks better from that angle. Look at that. All right.
He then said he wants to take that train that goes across all of Europe someday. And then someone asked him what country he would like to go to in Europe. And he couldn't even name one country. And remember too, he always says he's Italian, but can't remember Italy. And look at those stats right there. Look at the ratio here. 0.22. Amazing, Phil. Just amazing. And then he was joking that he wants 5 goals hit today, which would be $750. People push back on it, and he says, I'm just joking. I just want 1 goal, dude. And now it's time to see how DSP did in the new Call of Duty. Spoilers. Very, very bad.
Fuck.
Lead is ours. Do not let up.
They won't die. Are you kidding? I did everything right. They would not die. I filled them with fucking bullets. No death at all. Jeez, man. That's amazing. They literally are walking through full auto and not dying ever.
Down Bravo. Enemy CUAV established overhead.
I can't move. I'm stuck in the door. There's no one there again. He wasn't there. And then I'm dead, and then he stands up. You weren't there. The game didn't fucking render the guy. Of course. I didn't have aim assist. He did, so I died. Bean Boy did a $5 super chat. Says, can we get a workout stream? Yes, for $5,000. I will do a workout, actually not a stream, because I can't stream from my workout area. But I'll do a workout video that's a montage of all the exercises that I do, showing full sets with the reps. But it's $5,000 of contributions from someone, so you're gonna have to start saving up. Save up your pennies for Christmas. There you go. Guys, if we hit the goal right now, I'll do another match. But we're gonna end it at less than the goal for a fucking new release day. I'm actually pissed off. I am. I'm pissed off because I grinded today in this game to do my best, and the game just sucks. You know? Let's hit the goal and I'll do another match, or else I gotta go. I would like to do another match, but I need support. We had tons of people watch. Look, over 300 people on YouTube, tons of people on Kick, and we're not gonna get any support tonight to hit the goal. Seriously, on the premiere night of fucking Call of Duty. This sucks. I'm actually upset. I played all day. I only got to level 30. The good stuff that I want is like 36 to 44, 45, something like that. Really.
And once again, his stream got age restricted. What a shame, which means no super chats. Then someone said, I can't afford a sub, so DSP told him, get a job so you can buy one. And he's played every single Call of Duty year after year after year, and he's just now realizing that this year's game plays exactly like the last one. It's almost like it's a pattern there, Phil. Then we have this from Big Fat Ugly Pig Wife. Please don't hit me, Asmongold. I'm a begging style alcoholic. His mom combed his hair till he was 17, just like the age Panda was when Phil groomed her. Talk to me, cat. talk to me, toxic, toxic. And then Big Baller Mike, hey Phil, Asmon released another video on you. DSP Gaming, I don't care, LOL. Remember that for the end of the video here. And there was a lot of trolls because a lot of eyes on him now. And he demanded his mods come in and moderate his chat to get rid of all the trolls.
Good stuff and some bad stuff, I would say. It's a mix right now. Because I know undoubtedly people are going to start asking me, what are my thoughts on the game? I'll tell you in a minute. And for the record, I already have asked for some help moderating tonight. Because earlier today we had a intense amount of idiots on the YouTube side of things, actually. That were just like non-stop trashing the chat. And it was pissing off the regular viewers who just wanted to enjoy Call of Duty. It was done on purpose. They know that when I'm playing Call of Duty, I have to be focused on the game. I have headphones on and everything. So they came in full force. But tonight we will have some moderating help on the YouTube side. And should be much better than it was earlier today.
And despite him bragging about being successful, he had to stay till 10:11 just to hit the goal with a $23 super chat. And guys, it happened yet again. Another video from Asmongold titled, It Gets Worse.
So apparently, me talking about Darkside Phil has created a ripple effect that I didn't predict.
You and I, because you've been here all night and you know me, you know I'm messing around. Guys, we already hit the goal. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's crazy that we got no support on Kick. Actually, it is. I'm shocked that no one came by to chill with me tonight on Kick and support at all. It is shocking.
Oh, God. He's like, well, we're just joking around. But to be serious, though, it is actually true that nobody did support. And, like, that's crazy because, like, I was here all day and, like, nobody gave me any money. But, like, yeah, no, I was just kidding.
Not the end of the world. I'm not going to sit here and cry. I'm not going to sit here and, let me turn off features and shit. I'm not going to do that. But we're joking. And, like, you get the joke.
Okay.
But the morons of the internet don't.
I'm the
So
moron.
when someone will clip that segment and post it up on X again and be like, this is what happened tonight. These idiots
That's what's happening right now.
actually think that's what fucking happened because they're that dumb. They're too lazy to take 10 fucking seconds to look at the raw content and see what actually happened. They just want to be the one to blow up the drama for personal gain. Whether it's some Joe Schmo nobody who watches it and laughs, whether it's a YouTuber that watches it and laughs.
A YouTuber.
It doesn't matter. You're watching fake content.
Oh.
But you don't care because
That's
you're
me.
dumb. It's sad. This is what the entire
I don't think that's a real Game Boy, by the way. I think, speaking of fake content, I think that's a fake Game Boy.
generation has become of content creators, people who just make fake content. I watch something someone else
Probably
made,
Lego. Yeah, I think it's
react to it, and it's nonsense because it's not real. The content you're watching is fabricated and fake. It's a joke. It's out of context. You think it's real because you're
Everything's
stupid.
out of context.
But now, because you have a following, everyone hears it. Oh, so funny. Now we hate that person. And now there's absolutely no responsibility and no repercussion for the person who reacted. Why?
God. Uh-oh.
Why?
Uh-oh.
Why is there no
Who did
responsibility and
this?
repercussion?
Who could have
You
done
just
this?
created a piece of actual slander or defamation. Why are you not held accountable for it?
Defamation for what? For saying that you asked for money?
Because you're some big shot? No, fuck that. Everyone should be held accountable for their actions on the internet.
Oh, God.
Everyone, big, small. This is nonsense. And it's bullshit that people
It's
then have to
bullshit.
put up with the nonsense after. Lucky for
Were you faking it with the Tears of the Kingdom thing with the balls? Were you faking that one? How about that Donkey Kong thing where you kept getting hit by those spiky balls? You just kept getting hit by them over and over, and then you quit the game. You said it was bad. What was that fake?
For me, as
How
I've
many of
told
them
you
were
guys,
fake?
I have built myself a
You built what?
legacy where
You have built a legacy. This is true.
it doesn't matter what people say about me. I'm not going to get canceled, right? It doesn't matter.
You did get banned on Twitch. Why did he get banned on Twitch? Does anyone remember why he got banned on Twitch? I forgot. Oh, God, bro. It's such a long time ago.
Who of any stature. It's moist critical. Asmongold. It doesn't matter who talks shit about me. I'm still going to be here tomorrow. I'm still going to make the
That's true, and I have to respect DSP. I do. You got to respect Phil. He's still out there swinging, regardless of everything, regardless of how many million view videos that I put out about him or anything like that. He's still out there. Like, you got to respect the roach, bro. Like, this dude gets cut in half, and he says, wait a minute, I'm not done yet. That's it. Yeah, again, it's funny to watch him crash out and do stupid stuff, but, like, I don't really hate the guy. I think it's just funny.
content for you. You guys are still going to like.
And then, on his day off, he put this on Twitter. Because remember, he doesn't care about the drama. He doesn't care about Asmongold. Drama is for homosexuals, remember, according to DSP. Hey, Asmongold, read your ex DMs, you lazy shit, or else stop talking about me like a bitch. Remember, drama is gay, dude. And then we see this under the news, trending now. Streamer DSP insults Asmongold in late night tweet, demanding DM check. And that's how the week ended for DSP. If you guys like this, click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe my other channels on the details of the end cards, and as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.